It's week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
Harrison Beavis to kick off.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Beavis, out to get us started.
And we are underway from Indianapolis.
Spears now to return it. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try to run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. You look at this Colt defense.
We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now a handoff up the middle. Hawthorne. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. In motion left goes Jones. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Cougar 19! Cup 19! Cup 19! 79 Broncos! 18 Rattler! 18 Rattler!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Down to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down.
Looking to put a drive together.
Richardson to throw off play action.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Weaver. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I never, when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
60 Maverick. Here we go. Trap 18. Dragons. Back roll 80. Trap 60. Trap 60. Go.
Richardson looking to throw this.
He finds his man, completing. It's Contreras. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
And that one going to come up short. Low throw. The Colts at 6-2 to start play. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners are 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's 2nd and 10.
70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Tag. Ready.
Richardson looking to throw. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. You talk about this Titan defense.
Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 18. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you. Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Let's go. 60 Cowboy 80. 19 Lions. 79 Broncos. Warriors 70.
Now it's Richardson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
With how the coverage was positioned, up was about the only spot the quarterback had to try and deliver that pass. Just put a little too much height on it. Incomplete.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down.
Ready. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. 18 Pioneer. Trap 60, trap 60, Dragon 60. Go.
Now Richardson.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Titans will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Going deep here for Taylor. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Titans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Colts nothing.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Brings up
second and 9.
That's 7 Pirates, Panther 6, cut 19, cut Buffalo 18.
Richardson. He finds his man, complete. That's Sanchez. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's good for a
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go. Ready.
Richardson completes a quick one out wide. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Titans' 45-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 60 Maverick, 18.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Okay, ready?
1st down
19 tight, 19 tight. Go.
Again, it's Richardson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And nothing but daylight ahead. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. Now the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Woodward. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Mustang, Dragon 60, 18, 5 in.
Here's Richardson to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have the Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Warriors, 19 Lions.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Sanchez. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Colts are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Richardson now on third and goal. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
And the 13-year man puts it through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Like Sony thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Buffalo 18, 5 years. Hey, smash.
He'll look to throw. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
It's 4th down.
Trap 60. Dragon 60. Cup 19. Warriors 70. 7 Pirates. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
As a defender, I always found the slant route extremely difficult to cover unless you're able to jump on top of it early, because once he gets his hands on the ball, he's at full speed going away from him.
It all happens in the blink of an eye, doesn't it?
It really does. The timing is so important. That ball's got to be out of the hands of the quarterback and to the receiver. like that. And if it is, you often get a very successful play.
2nd and 10.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Here we go. Go street. Crack all 80.
They'll look to throw here.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Pack to 60. Pack to 60. Mustang 19. 79 Broncos. Ready.
Looking to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
They'll run on 1st down. Hawthorne. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points CD.
Well, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Richardson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
19 Tiger, 19, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, 19 tight.
Back to throw. Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the 1st down.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards.
At the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Seven Pirates.
Back to throw again. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there as the 1st half is winding down. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half.
21, Colts 10. Harrison Beavis.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
18, Pioneer. Dragon 60.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And he returns this to the 22.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
Check, smash, check, 79, Warriors, 70. Panther 11, Panther 11. 19, Lions. Buffalo 18. Go.
Throwing on second and long. Richardson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for them so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
Cowboy 80. 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler. Rig alert. Rig alert.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
18 Cardinal. 7 Pirates.
Richardson on fourth down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
19, Dragon 6, Cougar 19.
Richardson yet again. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up second.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
The tackle on the play by Miles Murphy. Now second and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Richardson going to shift things up.
Cup 19. Cup 19.
2nd and 9 now. He finds his man complete. That's Sanchez. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
70 Timber.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
Leads
to 2nd and
He'll try again.
Bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal.
Get it. Panther 60. Buffalo 18. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Looking to throw. Richardson. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Colts have got it back to within a score. Well, CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
at their own 23-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
19 tight. 19 tight.
2nd and 6. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready?
Now a handoff up the middle. Hawthorne. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This is 2nd and 8.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This complete to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Up the middle they go. Hawthorne. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Cup 19. Cup 19. 79 Broncos. Buffalo 18.
He'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Okay, ready?
So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now a handoff up the middle. Hawthorne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Johnson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll push the lead up to 8.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Richardson looking to throw this. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Mustang 19. Here we go. Set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, Warriors, 70, 19 Lions. Ready.
Richardson looking to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
The 40-yard line.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Ready. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Now Richardson. He finds his man complete. It's Sanchez. Now a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 48-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Weaver. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
Richardson. Over the middle, complete. It's Sanchez. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Maverick, 18 cut. Trap 60, trap 60.
Now it's Richardson. He finds his man, complete. It's Contreras. So the completion results there in 9 yards.
A gain of 9.
And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
At the 28-yard
Now that's
line.
staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Yards on the play.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
On first down, it's Weaver. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Colts have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
Let's
The
go now.
Colts will line up for the
Viking
2-point
18,
conversion.
Dragon 60. Warriors 70, Mustang 19. Ready.
Richardson will throw for it. It's caught at the 1. But he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead.
22. Harrison Davis to
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
34-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Check smash, check smash. Come on, set. Ready, ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Hawthorne. Now he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll set up to throw. He's going up top for Taylor. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
The kick is good.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a two-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready, 19 tight, 19, Hawk, set, go.
Richardson to throw it. That's taken in by Weaver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
They go with the empty set there. 5 receivers into formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly a must. It's 1st and 10. Now he'll tuck this and run. The 20. And all the way down to the 5.
Well, they're not going to go quietly. That's a big play right there. 2 scores down. They're not out of this, but they've got to move.
Panther 11, 19 Lion. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Here's Richardson. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And the Titans are going to come up with it. And that should just about do it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Set up. 70 Lions.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Let's go now. Bronco 80.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
At the 47-yard line. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
On now is the Titans punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
Ready.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On now is the Titans punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Taking it about the 16. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Tennessee, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.